Hello everybody, ALLOS here, also known as Sketchum Creations, and today we're back in Portal 2. Last episode, we started treading through old Aperture here, and we met the pre-recorded voice of Cave Johnson and his lovely assistant Carolyn. Now we're here in the old Aperture testing tracks where we've been introduced to the repulsion gel, the bouncy goop. Now let's take this elevator.
All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44.6 years. So if you're 30 or older, you're laughing. Worst case scenario, you miss out on a few rounds of canasta. Plus, you forwarded the cause of science by 3 centuries. I punch those numbers into my calculator, it makes a happy face.
Smell a bat guano in the morning. Also, 3, huh? 3 centuries? Does that confirm anything? I don't know, probably not. Anyways, though, this test chamber has been wrecked, so we gotta make our way to the other half manually, with these conveniently fallen bits of truss. It's very convenient. Don't lean a railing. I remember seeing some people get stuck here in the many Pro 2 Let's Plays that I've watched in the past. Some people got stuck here. You just need to find the right place. As you see from over here. Somewhere. Oh, right there. You just need to find the right place to portal. Swoop. Now, ramps are expensive.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Bean counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Uh-huh. It'd probably be very costly to put ramps all over Aperture. Like, I don't even know if Aperture has that much budget. Wait, no. Whoops. My movement. I accidentally shot that surface over there. Okay. Oh, we just got coated in the repulsion gel. RIP us, I guess. Now let's cross. Shit. And that tends to happen. You accidentally bounce against a wall. We're trying to bounce vertically. That's always good. Take 2. Alright. You need some more gel now. Whoosh. And Geronimo! I'm flying! Heavy is flying.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity in your brain. There's a slight chance the calcium could harden and vitrify your frontal lobe. Anyway, don't stress yourself thinking about it. I'm serious. Visualizing the scenario while under stress actually triggers the reaction.
Could you even drink that without noticing something was off? Then again, I guess... No, maybe no, it's not until later. I'll talk about thinking about later.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast.
Oh, because you're not part of Mobius. Anyways, though. Got water here. You need to turn it off so you can get gel here and jump up, because the gel won't coat the grating. Like, here's a question though. Everybody calls this water, but is it actually water? I mean, it's rather gelatinous in appearance. So while it does clean away the other gel, is it necessarily water? Concerning when you think about it. Probably the shorthand game reason is that the devs didn't want to make another water particle effect, just using the same effect as blobby gel. But still, though, that definitely does not seem like the most normal of water.
I'm telling them, keep your pants on. Alright, this next test may involve trace amounts of time travel. So, word of advice, if you meet yourself on the testing track, don't make eye contact. Lab boys tell me that'll wipe out time. Entirely. Forward and backward. So, do both of yourselves a favor and just let that handsome devil go about his business.
You know, wouldn't it be funny if Valve came back and used this concept in, like, the future of the Half-Life series past Half-Life Alyx? Anyways, though, this door is all boarded up, so we need to head upwards. Split, splat, gently drip on the wall, and jump. Hey, remember, only Cho's feet have coat of armor on them with the long fall boots, so any horizontal momentum, I don't envy her shoulders right now. Anyways, though, get some bouncy gel on that slope right there. And I think you do this. Boing. 28. Portal upwards.
If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger if it walked up and snapped their little pink bras, that sounds like projection. They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world, son. I like your grit. Hustle could use some work, though. Now let's solve this thing.
Anyways, though, here you have a simple little puzzle. There's a lift over there we need to lower and use propulsion gel to get onto. The thing is, though, we can't reach the lift without the cube inside its glass box with the grated bottom and top. So we gotta use a propulsion gel here to help get it out. Now there's an achievement here for catching this cube before it hits the floor. See if I can do it. Ready? Oh, no. It immediately hit the floor. Are you serious? Oh, whatever. I already have the achievement. Still, that. If you want to get that achievement, you might end up. You should save before you hit the cube with the gel. You might be reloading your save a whole lot to actually get the achievement. That one's gonna be a little bit annoying. It's kind of RNG based. Jump up here and split.
Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Why is so much of our science dangerous? Why not marry safe science if you love it so much? In fact, why not invent a special safety door that won't hit you on the butt on the way out, because you are fired. Now you, test subject, you're doing fine. Yes, you. Box your stuff. Out the front door. Parking lot. Car. Goodbye.
Rip.
Congratulations. The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there will always be a limo waiting for you. Say goodbye, Carolyn.
Goodbye, Carolyn.
She is a gem.
You know, Cave, I hope you do really test these thoroughly before you release them out into the wild. Just painting again. Here's another elevator to surface, but this one is boarded up. We're 4,000 meters down. I remember once seeing a comic somebody made, like a Gmod comic, where faced with this little situation, Chell just picks up the cigarette tray, smashes it through the window, and climbs up these elevator tracks. Man. Why can't we do that? It's because we're not Gordon Freeman. We don't have the force of a gravity gun, and we're not allowed to use our hands like he can. Even though, strangely enough, Shell can actually pick up heavier things than Gordon by default. Because if you spawn a weighted storage cube in Gmod and try to pick up with your hands, it's not going to work. Anyways, though, pump station beta. Beta, huh? And we're out of beta. We're releasing on time. I like this brick texture. It's interesting. So, got our pump station. Orange this time. Let's go up here. Go up here. We need to do a little bit of tricky flinging. Let's watch it and learn. There we go, smooth as ever. So, got pumpster blue and orange. Let's see what the orange gel is. Joop, joop. That opens a door for some reason. And there's passing on through. More tanks, more pipes. Big old area.
Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the 1968 Senate hearings on missing astronauts. And you've most likely used one of the many products we invented, but that other people have somehow managed to steal from us. Black Mesa can eat my bankrupt...
Sir, the testing?
Right. Now you might be asking yourself, Cave, just how difficult are these tests? What was in that phone book of a contract I signed? Am I in danger? Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make $60? Cash. You can also feel free to relax for up to 20 minutes in the waiting room, which is a damn sight more comfortable than the park benches most of you were sleeping on when we found you. So, welcome to Aperture. You're here because we want the best, and you're it. Nope. Couldn't keep a straight face. Anyway, don't smudge up the glass down there. In fact, why don't you just go ahead and not touch anything unless it's test-related.
Anyways, here we are in another era of Aperture Science. Welcome to Aperture, where the science is theoretical, but your $60 is fact. Also, I think this Aperture logo reminds me of the Payless Shoe Source logo they used at one point in time. Does anybody else see that? It reminds me of it. Anyways, though, this is the same elevator we were at seconds before. Now just covered in gratings and wood. You see the signage over there, 39,075 meters. Oh. You get what I mean. I read the numbers wrong. Anyways, though, so you enter through here. You take this little catwalk elevator to that enrichment sphere, I presume. Warning: moving platform. Use handrails. Keep to the left. Do not litter. Do not loiter. Do not touch glass. How expensive is glass, really? There's got a waiting room here. What did this empty cell for? Is that potted plant outside the wall, clipping through the wall? What is happening over there? I need to look at that closer. Anyways, here's Cave again, a little later in time. This is probably the most memorable Cave Johnson photo, portrait. It's the one everyone always thinks of. Or these weird boxes. I really want to know what's in them. It's a kind of weird fax machine. Got these computer cabinets. A funky chair with a small back. Here. Oh, wait, also. Okay, it's not in this room. It's a different one. Some more offices. Also waiting rooms. Remember, alert your supervisor if you see an OSHA inspector, Department of Energy inspector, GAO accountant, undercover police officer, nuclear regulatory commissioner, FEMA coordinator, ordinary police officer, journalist, public work inspector, MSSA mine inspector, or ATF/FBI/US Marshal. U.S. Marshal. And Aperture, what were you doing back then? We're here. Okay, this is probably the waiting room part. $60 can buy you a yacht, apparently. Or a yachet, if you prefer. Nice hair. Anyways. Please take a number. 426. I wonder if that's a coincidence. Test subject waiting area. These chairs. Look at all the money you can get doing tests. Look at all the chest hair this guy has. You bought the chest hairs with his money. It's back here. So everything is just a reflection. I think it's just a reflection. There's nothing back there. All these slot windows. Is that? There's a little pocket room there they poke into. But how do you get back there then? How do Aperture employees get back here to get into there? It's like, really? Anyways, though, I need to investigate that potted plant for a second. Just bear with me. There's a light cage underneath this catwalk. Yeah, there is this potted plant is in the wall. What even? Take a screenshot of that. Wow. Has anybody ever noticed that? That's weird. They would just leave it in. A little oversight by Valve. Anyways, now we need to head upwards now that we have our fill of lore. Just walking. Now we're up here. Now we're supposed to go down to the control room. But first, it's important to come here. This office. First reason being, these tests aren't solid. Not solid. Anyways, though, that's not the main reason why we have to come here. Because back here in this corner is a secret. Probably the most pivotal secret in Portal 2.
If you're allergic to peanuts, you might want to tell somebody now, because this next test may turn your blood into peanut water for a few minutes. On the bright side, if we can make this happen, they're going to have to invent a new type of Nobel Prize to give us, so hang in there.
Is peanut water a specific thing? That sounds weird.
The average human male is about 60% water. As far as we're concerned, that's a little extravagant. So if you feel a bit dehydrated in this next test, that's normal. We're going to hit you with some jet engines and see if we can't get you down to 20 or 30%.
And Cave, where's your medicine?
Alright, we're working on a little teleportation experiment. Now, this doesn't work with all skin types, so try to remember which skin is yours, and if it doesn't teleport along with you, we'll do what we can to sew you right back into it.
That doesn't sound nice. Anyways, here though, this location is tied to an achievement, Borealis. Now, for those of you who know all about Half-Life, the Half-Life series, and what we see in Half-Life 2 Episode 2, brief spoiler if you've not seen it, this is the dry dock for the Borealis. It was an icebreaker ship that Aperture Science was developing. It's chock full of similar technology, and it's been framed as very important in the Half-Life Portal universe. This is where it was built before it got teleported away, presumably by that teleportation experiment next door. It's a thought of whatever is in here that the Borealis left, possibly. Actually, no. If you consider Epistle 3 the story that Mark Laidlaw wrote, it's probably not the case. Something on the ship itself caused it to teleport. Anyways, though, I actually did test this once, and I found out that the Borealis model found in Episode 2 actually does fit inside its dry dock. It fits in here. It's like there's no way you would know that normally, but Valve took the care to make it actually fit in this dry dock. It's a nice little touch. I took a screenshot at some point. I'll see if I can find it again. If I can, I'll put it on screen. If not, take my word for it. It fits in here. The real question is, though, is there a way to get out normally? Because this is deep underground. It is really relying on our technology there. Here's all the Borealis. Given what happens in Half-Life Alyx, how important would it really be in the end? Once we reach further titles that aren't just more prequels. Anyways, though, we need to fling over there. There should be good. Woo! Control room.
Oh, hi.
I don't know.
It's eating me.
Do birds like potatoes? It's too much
Just
starch.
get it off me.
Shoo.
Oh, thanks. Did you feel that? That idiot doesn't know what he's doing up there. This whole place is going to explode in a few hours if somebody doesn't disconnect him.
That's bad.
And unless you're planning to saw your own head off and wedge it into my old body, you're going to need me to replace him. We're at an impasse. So what do you say? You carry me up to him and put me back into my body, and I stop us from blowing up and let you go.
What's
No
it?
tricks. This potato only generates 1.1 volts of electricity. I literally do not have the energy to lie to you.
We'll talk about it.
Even if I am lying, what do you have to lose? You're going to die either way.
Yeah, you got a good
I
point.
don't like this any more than you do. In fact, I like it less because I'm the one who got partially eaten by a bird.
Elevator control.
I think I hit the bird. Pick me up.
Don't worry, I'll shoot it back away again. So this is the bird's nest.
Listen to me. We had a lot of fun testing and antagonizing each other. And yes, sometimes it went too far. But we're off the clock now. It's just us talking, like regular people. And this is no joke. We are in deep trouble.
Huh. I forgot she actually said that normally. Anyways, pick her up.
Wow, you stabbed me. What is wrong with you? Oh, do you have a multimeter? Never mind. The gun must be part magnesium. It feels like I'm outputting an extra half a volt. Keep an eye on me. I'm going to do some scheming. Here I go. Whoa, where are we? How long have I been out? That extra half volt helps, but it isn't going to power miracles. If I think too hard, I'm going to fry this potato before we get a chance to burn up in the atomic fireball that little idiot is going.
Take a chill pill, potatoes. So it just so happens the bird built its nest on top of this button, which is interesting. Also, you remember back at the beginning of the game, the announcer, when we were going through the elevators, he said that after constructs were built to work on as little as 1.1 volts. So there you go. Continuity. So while Gladys is having her nap, we'll just move on forward. Well, sure it's convenient this door closed behind us when we were in there. So now we need to get up there again. Having our flingaroo. Shoot up high and jump down low. Right through the Payless Shoe Source. 1971, that's where we are now. The reunion, chapter 7.
Anything happen while I was out?
And not much.
The testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your 60 bucks.
Hold on.
Carolyn, are the compensation vouchers ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson. Why did I just... Who is that? What the hell is going on here?
Oh, plot development. Gladys needs to share a bit of a kinship with this Carolyn. Anyways, though, someone actually ported this test chamber to Source 2 in the Half-Life Alyx engine. It's really interesting. And you can see in the port that they put a bunch of wood boards here, so you can cross it with Alyx. The Half-Life Alyx workshop. Apparently, from what I've heard from Tyler, Valve News Network, is that while the Half-Life Alyx workshop does exist, it's not very efficient at all. It's like you can just look at this video, problems of the Half-Life Alyx workshop, to see what I mean. Thank you for keeping our Richmond spheres clean. Thank you for not killing more than 30 men. Anyways, though. So now we got the orange gel. We can just actually see what it does. Spats on splat. Spreads out real far, doesn't it? Well, that's for a reason, because the orange gel is propulsion gel. It makes you go fast. What more do I need to say? Need to spread some more of it. And now we're over here. You use both our portals to get at the cube. This is the gameplay ploy to make you use both your portals. So take the cube back over here and put it on the button, and that raises this ramp. You know, I've used this model several times on Portal 2 maps. I can't say I remember the spinning wheel part. Is that always there? Is that an animation or is that a separate model? Anyways, so now we do it again. Momentum! You know, this is another part I've seen stump a lot of people. Because there's a button up there. You need to press to open the door. Also, remember, do not leave your belongings here, do not wait for more than 20 minutes, and do not touch the glass. Do wear a shirt and shoes at all times, do move quickly through your testing track, and do not forget to not touch the glass. The glass is much really expensive, back in the 1970s. Anyways though, people get stuck here, but really, is it overly complicated to think of what you must do? Is that difficult? I don't know, really.
Okay, I guess emotional outbursts require more than 1.6 volts. Now we know that. We just need to relax. We're still going to find out what the hell's going on here, but calmly.
I agree. All people should think that way. Find out what's going on, but calmly. Anyways, this right here, a little secret, and also in the Half-Life Alyx, in that Half-Life Alyx port, they open this door. A little bit of spoil support, but you don't have a portal gun, so what can you do? Remember, if you see an orange jumpsuit, hit the red button. Or red button.
Those people in the portrait, they look so familiar.
Anyways, getting up here and finding this painting is an achievement. So a portrait of a lady. Here we have Cave Johnson. You have presumably Carolyn, and we have a mysterious woman in the background. It's despite the statue. Is that J. Jonah Jameson here? Another $60 yacht. Another supervisor sign. Okay. We'll just keep moving. And now we gotta use both gels. Do this. Spread out our runway. Ow. Hopefully there's not any negative repercussions to getting coated in propulsion gel. Put a little bounce bit at the end. And now, we'll make a run for it. Boing. Smack. Come over here. Portal up. That's our exit over there. The catwalk's broken again. So what we need to do is portal back over. And put your portal there. Ooh.
Great job, astronaut, war hero, and/or Olympian. With your help, we're gonna change the world. This on? Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator, not a bathroom.
I swear I know him.
I pity the amateur employee who had to come down to clean up these elevators. Anyways though, I think I'll cut it off right there. And so next time we'll continue on with potatoes in hopes to get back up to the top before we blows up a facility. So, my name is ALLOS, also known as Sketchum Creations, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.